Hey guys, so this is an update video to the previous video that I made about the Indianapolis mother who was charged with neglect of a child causing the death of her 2-year-old because she left her two children home alone, unattended, while she basically resided with her boyfriend. And the article was saying that her daughter, the one that passed, was 2 years old and that her son was four. But now the news is saying that her daughter was two and her son was actually 3 years old. And I was saying in that video how I felt like neglect charges were not good enough and that she needed to be charged with something else that basically would give this little girl some justice, because I just didn't feel like that was doing baby Skylar any justice, for her mother to just be charged with neglect. I felt like that was just kind of like a slap on the hand. And I am happy to announce that the mother now faces a charge of murder for the death of her 2-year-old daughter. So she is being charged with murder. And, unfortunately, that won't bring back this beautiful, innocent, precious little 2-year-old baby girl. But at least this will get her the justice that she deserves. Hopefully, if the system, does what it's supposed to do, hopefully she will spend the rest of her life behind bars in prison where she deserves to be. I actually think she deserves the death penalty, in my opinion, after reading the affidavit. The affidavit is 13 pages long. It's extremely horrific and gruesome. The details, like I said, very disturbing. This is something that you would see in a movie and you think that this wouldn't happen in real life because it's just too far fetched. And to know that this mother did these things, these heinous things to these children, lets me know that she is a cold hearted, evil monster. Also, we talked about the boyfriend in the last video and how people were kind of blaming him as well, and how I thought that I wanted to reserve my assumptions about him. And I feel like that, until he was proven guilty of something, he was innocent. But now it's come out that he has been also charged with 2 counts of assisting a criminal. And as of now, he is not arrested. He is not behind bars. He does have a warrant out. And he hasn't been apprehended yet. And I don't think he plans on turning himself in anytime soon. He's been on social media. He was on a live earlier trying to basically maintain his innocence. He recorded some jail calls that he took with Chantell and posted them and said that these would basically prove his innocence. And on the phone call, she was saying how she doesn't know why the media keeps putting him in it, and he had nothing to do with it, and he didn't know. And he was telling her, like, well, why didn't you tell me? And she said, because I was embarrassed and I was trying to get it together. And, I didn't want you to know. I was ashamed. And he was like, you could have bought the kids over to me. I would have paid for daycare. And she said, well, I know you had a lot going on and I just didn't want to burden you. And he was like, yeah, but the kids come first. And she was like, I know, I promised I was getting it together. She says that she had even started looking for the pediatrician's number. So she was going to take the kids to the pediatrician, which I feel like is a lie. She's just a liar. Like, I feel like she's lied the whole entire time. As new details are starting to come out, I'm just seeing that her story is constantly changing. And she's just a liar. I believe that she tortured these kids on purpose. I believe that she knew these kids were basically on their deathbed and she was just waiting for them to go. I believe that she knew that she at least one of the two things, knew that her daughter had been deceased and did not immediately call the police, and maybe left her daughter there and just maybe thought of a story. Or I believe that either when she found her daughter had been dead for multiple days and not just hours, as she said. Well, I just seen her like the night before or that morning. I don't believe that. Just based on how the body was found, where it was stiff and it was cold, and come to find out that puncture wound that was in her neck, they actually said was because rodents had been eating at her flesh. How long would a person be dead before rodents start to eat their body? That would have to be a while. So I just don't believe her. She's just a liar. I think that there will be more things to be revealed. I believe that the rabbit hole goes very deep. And this is it's just wild. I do not believe that she found her daughter underneath a dresser. I believe that she just said that to make it seem like a dresser fell on her daughter and her daughter died. Because when she didn't just immediately call the police and the police came and seen her under the dresser, she moved the body. She actually changed her daughter's clothes because she said her daughter had on a dirty shirt and she didn't want her daughter to go to the hospital looking dirty. So she actually took clothes off her daughter's dead body and changed her into different clothes. And took her outside and said she tried to do CPR because she claims when she picked her daughter's body up, her daughter's eyes were rolling in the back of her head, so she didn't think that her daughter was completely dead. I just think that's a lie too. And she tried to do CPR, and then you call your boyfriend before you call the police. So I just think it's all a lie. The affidavit said that the dresser that she's saying that she found her daughter under was a fabric dresser. It was not heavy enough to cause her daughter's death. They also said it wasn't completely flat, that it was tipped like this because there was so much debris on the floor that it got stuck like this, that it couldn't even hit the floor flat. So, the mother, she's just a liar. She said that she bought her children home food and drink once a day. She later admitted that that was a lie. She later admitted that she would sometimes be gone for 2 days at a time. The 3-year-old brother, he showed signs of food deprivation. He was weak and shaky. The little girl was dehydrated. The autopsy did come back, and right now they're saying that they feel like the little girl died from hypothermia. They said they found frostbite on the little girl's hands and feet. When the police arrived at the apartment that day, the apartment was 46 degrees. She left these kids in there with not only no food, but no heat. She tortured these kids. Like I said, she said when her daughter didn't come and run when she came in, she knew. She's like, I knew. And when she was talking to her boyfriend on the jail call, she showed no remorse. She wasn't crying or anything. But you know how cold that has to be in a house for you to get frostbite on your hands and your feet? I'm about to wrap this up because I'm tired of talking about it. Because it's just crazy. She said that she knew that her son had grown used to her absence when she would leave out the house and he wouldn't even cry for her anymore. So it's just really sad. Like I said, if you want to read the affidavit, go on Facebook and type in Skylar Gardner. It will come up. It is 13 pages long. Like I said, it's very horrific and gruesome. It will make you very mad. It will make you emotional. And I'm sure there will be more to come with this story. But like I said, I hope that the utmost justice is served for this little girl and that her mom never sees the light of day again. 2025 is starting off really crazy. And, even in these dark times, we just have to try to stay positive as much as we can. And I know it's hard, but we got to try. I'll talk to you guys later.